Hi Pisces, welcome to your mid to end of month April reading. I have already shuffled your cards and have sat in your energy for a bit. So just keep in mind that this is general. You can swap around the characters. My readings aren't date specific. And also feel free to look at your moon and rising signs. So let's just jump right in. And sorry for just bumping the camera there. You received tantric journey, emergence, and fertility. This is all very creative and sexual energy that you have going on here, Pisces. Whether you are coupled or not, this is all about your journey with oneness and integration and being very much in your body and of the senses, and you know, making life feel as pleasurable and amazing as possible. This is about incorporating and uniting a feminine and masculine energy within you, and if you are coupled, you know, harmonizing those two energies together. The tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual or sexual experiences with ourselves and with another. And we do, for numerology, we do have 6, which is all about love, appreciation, oneness, harmony, sacredness. So all of those things will be increasing for you. I just wanted to kind of briefly go through what the book says about this card. It primarily uses the senses as a pathway toward focusing the mind and ultimately letting go of the mind to reach a state of internal oneness. Like I said, union between masculine and feminine, connection to source, sexual expression, emotional and creative expression, and connecting with that part of us that is not of this planet. Clear expression of truth, and being in a form-based world as a spiritual being in a physical body. Okay. And then emergence, which is basically approaching life from a very childlike, innocent place. Emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. So this is very creative sexual energy, and those are synonymous. Creative energy is sexual energy and vice versa. So you know, it doesn't have to be sexual, Pisces, but this is the energy that you're working with, and so if it is sexual, it's coming from a very curious place, very a playful place. So there you have that. But yeah, it's just encouraging you to just live life and explore life from a very childlike, playful place. And now we have fertility. Oh, and we do have 5 and 2 for your numerology. So that's 7, and that represents divine spirituality. So, you know, with this integration, oneness, connection to source, there is a huge emphasis on your spiritual connection. So with fertility, I must say, if you don't want to have a baby, you know, really be safe about it. You know, don't do anything too spontaneous. Make sure you're prepared. But But anyway, if you do want to have a baby, this is prime time. Really. Aside from that, it's just a very energetic, fertile time to be creating things, planting seeds and growing. And start taking those action steps and to begin something new. It's a very fertile time to start something new. Fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. Okay, so that is your overall energy for this time. And it is, what your inner being and guides and everything are wanting you to know. Okay, so we basically have 3 characters here. I am going to go through them generally one by one, and then we're going to dive even deeper into them with the fairies and advice cards. So the first character, I don't feel like this is you, Pisces, but like I said, the characters can be reversed. The camel and the panther. So usually this person is very calm, has a lot of endurance, a lot of strength, can go on very long journeys, and has just offers you a sense of calmness and stability, but something has triggered them. So they're in a very triggered like state, and I feel like they are in the midst of doing some healing work, and they're kind of projecting their fears onto something that that should not and isn't something to be afraid of, but they're reacting to it as if it's attacking them when it's not. So this is, they're triggered. They're responding from pain in the past that isn't really relevant now, if that makes sense. Now, the other person that you have in your life is of a very kindred spirit, and I even want to say soulmate, because you did get the soulmate card, Pisces. I kid you not. You did get the soulmate card. So the reason why I say that they are a kindred spirit is because they are, let me see if I can get these cards. They are a direct reflection of you. Look at that. They are nightingale, dolphin, and you are hummingbird, whale. So it's just total mirrors to each other. Let me do it this way. You are total mirrors to each other. The upward pointing triangles are the alchemical sign for air, and the downward pointing triangles are the alchemical sign for water. So they are, it seems like you have been an answer to their prayers. They want to sing from the rooftops and celebrate and thank God for you entering their life. You put them in just a whirlwind of joy, and you connect very much on this childlike level, on a very pure level, and they're very curious about you. They want to know everything about you, and they're just enamored with you, Pisces. So that's them, basically. And you are showing up as the hummingbird and whale, and I would say out of the two of you, you are the more introverted one and they are the more extroverted one. So because they are wanting to communicate, where you don't even have to say anything. You just are just this beacon of light, and you just shine wherever you go without even having to say anything. And you're very deep. You might be a little bit older than this other person. This other person is coming across not as experienced as you, Pisces. And it seems like you have been calling out for your tribe, for your soulmate for a really long time. You know, you've just been this lone whale in the abyss ocean, and you're just singing the call of your song and just waiting for your fellow whales to respond. And finally someone has responded. And it's this amazing nightingale dolphin. And so I think that you are very joyous, but you have a lot of wisdom. Not that they don't, but you have a lot of wisdom, Pisces. You have a lot of depth. And the other thing that I wanted to say is that you have the full spectrum of gifts, talents, and abilities. You are the full package in everything, and they are too. And basically, you light each other up. You open each other's chakras, all of them. And yeah, it's just a really beautiful connection. So I'm not sure quite how this panther camel person fits in, but it does seem like they are some kind of family member or coworker, or, you know, an integral part of your life. But their trigger and reactions and everything don't seem, you know, related to this connection that you have with your nightingale dolphin person. This is just kind of like a side note that Spirit is wanting to talk to you about. And basically what Spirit is wanting you to know is that, you know, basically they're triggered, and it seems like it doesn't seem like it has anything to do with you. It might even just be the state of the world. It seems like they have, usually they're very deep like you, Pisces. That's what I'm trying to say. They're very deep like you, in a similar sense. Well, whales and camels, I definitely feel like are both have a high levels of endurance, in a very long trek way. And I want to say that this person is more on the spiritual side, but it seems like they kind of got stagnant or kind of lost, you know, just stopped meditating or stopped reading biblical text, religious text, or doing whatever really ground them and centered them and calmed them. And then on top of it, something additional triggered them, like what's happening in the state of the world, maybe losing their job, or something has triggered them and has made them feel off balance, like there's nothing solid really to stand on, and they're reacting from something in the past. Yet they usually, in their natural state, they are a very solid person. They are very solid in the mind, are very calming. They're usually just totally lit up in the heart, mind, and spirit. They're very aligned, usually in that way. But something has come out of left field for them and has totally knocked them off their feet, knocked them off balance. And I feel like it's the combination of somehow, like, they got themselves into a rut, and then something else happened, and further, like, if they were grounded and centered and was, continuing to move either in a inward journey kind of way, or just doing what they love to do or whatever makes them feel grounded, this thing that came out of left field wouldn't have knocked them off their balance. And if it did, it wouldn't have lasted so long. But because they were already off balance and then this additional thing came, it was just it just has triggered them into a state of fear. This, whatever this thing was that came out of left field, is just unexpected. It's an unexpected surprise. Just very fearful, kind of wanting to be a hermit and hide away and hide under the covers and this sort of thing. And they just feel very off-centered, like nothing feels solid to them at all, which totally makes sense given the state of things currently. Something, we have Sylvanus in the Glanconer here, and Sylvanus apparent is obviously about masks off, and so either something was hidden from them that has now suddenly being revealed, or just something has been unveiled to them that they're seeing now, that has surprised them, and they're reacting to it like the Glanconer. The Glanconer is my narcissist card, used salesman, someone with nothing against used car salesmen, but just a lot of people's experience. But anyway, there are amazing car salesmen out there that that don't deserve that. But anyway, the Glanconer is basically just someone or something that has a hidden agenda, just not well intentioned at all. And so it seems like this person is responding and projecting their fear onto this thing that has been unveiled to them, that either doesn't deserve that or it's just not justified. They're triggered. They're just responding from something in the past, or they're just responding from fear. And it doesn't seem like them because they're usually so solid and grounded, heart, mind, and spirit. And this is just it is something that feels like out of their control. We have that gnome here, and this is basically saying that there's a need to just kind of roll with the punches here. And this card comes up when we have been stagnant, when we haven't been going with the punches, and so he shows up to kind of stir up chaos to get us to move in the direction that we need to move in, and instead of this person doing that, they are responding from this place of fear and projecting their fears onto the unknown. It's not really the unknown that we fear, it's the fears that we have about the unknown. But the reason why I say that, the Glanconer isn't real, or that what they're reacting to they feel like they have no foundation, and how they're reacting has no foundation or no solidity. Like, it's not, to anybody else, it doesn't really make sense. They're just responding from like unresolved pain from their past. I say that all because we have healing, the singer of healing here. And so they are needing to heal this fear, this pain, this trigger. You know, they might have PTSD in some way, or you know, we just all have triggers, which is just unresolved pain. So they're needing to do that. We also have the guardian at the gate. It showed up reversed, and the guardian at the gate is just a wide open gate of it's a release and a new world, a totally new world. But with it being reversed, it means that that's closed and that they are suppressing what needs to be done and what needs to be faced. But I feel that they are going to, you know, open the gates and have this emotional release and have this brand new clean slate and feel rejuvenated and renewed and everything like that. So this person is going to come back into balance. So yeah, they have been responding from chaos and conflict. They are just in chaos and conflict right now, Pisces. But they do seem like a kindred spirit or someone that's part of your family or part of your tribe. And they usually are a very solid, calming, maybe even nurturing person, but they're just, you know, they're just really in their own internal world, or they're just really, they're either very reactionary now and they're going to start the healing journey by going inwards and thinking, or they're already there. And they're going to start, they might have had a tower moment like in the tarot, but they are now or soon going to be in the process of rebuilding themselves, or whatever this all represents. It's going to be different for all of you, but they are, you know, they are going to get their strength back and their center back and their groundedness back. And they are going to be praying, envisioning. We also have imagine here. And so message in a bottle is basically about like casting your wishes and your dreams into the future. It's just throwing a penny into the Trevi fountain, you know, and kind of having this like blind faith that that's going to come back to you. That wish is going to come back fulfilled. And so that's kind of what they're doing, having this blind faith and everything like that. And they're going to start imagining, visualizing, and praying. So that's them. Now on to your Nightingale Dolphin person. Oh my God. They absolutely see a future with you. We have the fairies of the future. So they definitely are in this for the long haul and want a future with you. And they see a future with you. They want a partnership, a romantic partnership with you. And this has two meanings. You lift them up and illuminate them and make them laugh, Pisces, and they want to do the same for you. They want to lift you up and illuminate you and make you laugh. And this is just a very kindred spirited partnership and of co-creation. They want to start something new with you, and they are also in a place in their life of lots of new beginnings. They got the card In Between Worlds, and I'll get to it now. So they are wanting to start something new with you, and they are in they have a more youthful energy, so they might be a little bit younger than you, Pisces. But if not, they are just maybe not as financially secure as they want to be when they wanted to meet you, and they're just starting a lot of new things in their life. And they have honesty and indie card, and basically you have a way. Okay. Yeah, there's just a lot of information here. They also have solace. So which I forgot to mention, soulless. So you totally light them up, bring them clarity, give them hope, give them hope for the future, make them want to be a better person, make life feel exciting, make them feel like they can do absolutely anything. On the other hand, they are also feeling very, very vulnerable as well because of this very intense connection here. And in the past, they have been a very free spirit. They might be an Aquarius or Gemini, potentially Libra. I mostly feel Aquarius or Gemini here. And so maybe in the past, they were not very committal or committed to other people in their past. They might have not had a lot of long-term relationships, and they're kind of feeling very raw and vulnerable. And it's almost like they're saying, like, will Pisces still love me and accept me and want to be with me once they know about my past, or once they know that I haven't been in a lot of like long-term relationships? The Indie card usually means, there's a decision or crunch time, or there's some kind of indecision, and it doesn't have anything to do with you, Pisces. It's more about them and their insecurities, because it seems like they have had a lot of attacks on their heart and have been very, very, very protective of their heart. And that's kind of part of why they were so independent in the past. With the spirit dancer, this is just total independent. I live to the beat of my own drum. And they're also very wildly creative. And so for this reason, they did not have a lot of long-term relationships. They were very, very ultra protective of their heart and had a lot of walls. But you have somehow woven into their heart and past all their walls and everything. And so they're feeling very vulnerable in a very wonderful, good way, but it still makes them feel a little bit uncomfortable. And they're also wondering if you'll still accept them, even though they haven't maybe been in a lot of long-term relationships. And they're also insecure about where they are in their life, that, that maybe they're just starting their career, or they just started a new job, or they're not in the financial place that they want to be, or they're still saving up to buy a house or to buy their dream car, or something of this nature that they're kind of insecure about. But they do have the poised card, so they are absolutely primed and poised for absolute success. And I would say that the both of you also are. It's applicable to them and singularly them, and then it's also applicable to both of you as a potential couple. I do feel like this is a new person coming into your life. So there is a lot of success to be had. They also have exchanging gifts, so the two of you do have the potential of exchanging a lot of gifts with each other, and there is a need for definitely this person to take a leap of faith, not with you, but mostly with themselves, to take a leap of faith that they can, grant all your wishes and be a really good partner, despite them maybe not having as much experience as you in the long-term department. And I also want to say that they are showing up as the divine masculine energy, so they are wanting to provide. They are wanting to provide for you, even if they are a female. They are wanting to provide in a certain way, whether it's financially, emotionally, physically, or all of the above. So that's them. Hopefully everything that I needed to say came through. And now we're on to you, Pisces, you little hummingbird whale person. So like I was saying before, you are just a beacon of light. You have a full package, the whole spectrum of colors. You're a very deep person. Maybe you've been solo and alone for a really long time and have been singing your heart song and calling out to your soulmate and your tribe. And so when I was with the card of exchanging gifts, you also got the fairy godmother, which is exchanging gifts. Replacing the coal with pearls or gems, replacing all the unwanted with wanted. And we have the owl up at the top, which signifies that there's a lot of knowledge and wisdom and everything to be gained from this connection, and that this person really lights you up like a Christmas tree. This person brings a lot of joy into your heart, and that you have the Oakman too. So the two of you have a very deep, intricate root system of connection between the two of you. And I think that you provide them a level of presence that they have never quite received before. And so it's kind of emotionally overwhelming for them, which makes them feel very vulnerable and raw. But they will get used to it. And so you might just want to give them reassurance, or if you're, sorry for bumping the camera again, but you want to decide if you're okay with being with someone who hasn't been in a long-term committed relationship, at least for a while, and everything like that. And if it is, then it is time to maybe give them some reassurance or something, so that they can feel a little bit more comfortable talking to you, because I'm kind of feeling like they have a frog in their throat. They're kind of it's kind of hard to talk to you. Hearing like you put their tongue in knots or something. They kind of trip over their words perhaps a bit. And you also have the Friends card. So this is a relationship, a very deep bond that's grounded in friendship. It's the best of both worlds, especially if this is a romantic connection. So your foundation of friendship combined with all of this creative sexual energy, it's just the best of both worlds. And you just light each other up, light the way for each other, lift each other higher and higher. You're just on the ascension path. You're helping each other experience more success and joy and love and creativity together. And you are showing up as the divine feminine, Pisces. Yeah, you're just more of the nurturer in the relationship, and provide a very fertile environment for everybody to grow, for you to grow, for them to grow, for your relationship to grow, and everything like that. And you provide a lot of new energy. There's something about you where you can recycle and transmute energy very quickly. And lastly, we have a collection of pixies. So just rain dance. Your prayers have been answered. You're very, very happy. You're very joyous. And yeah, this person just really lights you up. And like I said, you got the soulmate card, Pisces. This is a person that you can co-create with, that spirit wants you to co-create with. It's going to be very advantageous to do so. And this person is also going to help you have a deeper connection with yourself, with God, with your higher power, with your inner being, all of that. And so yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you, Pisces. I hope that this was of value for you. And if it was, click the like button if this was of value to you, and hit the subscribe button to be notified of future uploads like this from me. And as always, know that you are never, ever, ever alone. You are so, so loved, and always be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Big kiss, Pisces. Mwah. Take care. Bye.